Well, hello again. Welcome back to The Elegant Life. I am Erin Kurt, a spiritual teacher who assists women in living and manifesting an exquisite life for themselves. We've been doing a series here on the Elegant Life blog and YouTube channel all about what are the attributes of the divine. And the reason we've been doing that is because when you know the attributes of the divine, we can tap into the beauty and the power of it by simply learning how to be it. And we can't know how to be it or tap into it if we don't know the attributes of it. It's all about becoming conscious. What are the attributes of God, Source? What are they? And how can I be them so that I am a vibrational match to it? Because when I'm a vibrational match to it, I can manifest and intend things and have the impact in the world that I want to have. So we have gone over unlimited abundance, creativity, beauty, love, and today we are going to go through one of the last ones, receptivity, receptive. Let's look at this. Why would an attribute of the divine be receptive? Well, it has been shown and felt that divine consciousness never just allows its power, its magic, its beauty, its love, its kindness for only a few. It is always for everybody. Therefore, it receives everybody. And if you look back at Jesus as a man who really embodied divine love, he was an absolute example, a human example of this divine love. He was very receptive. He received everybody that anybody else would say, why are you staying with that person? Why are you allowing those people to be around you? And he would say, come, let them come, let them come. And there's countless examples. You look at Mother Teresa, and she just took everybody. She was receptive to all. Now in our lives, how do we use this attribute to connect with the divine and to serve the world, to help raise the collective consciousness? And how do we get it to benefit our own lives as well, to make them more exquisite and enjoyable? All right, here we go. Are you ready? Number one, we can start by opening ourselves up on the human level to receive. For women who, you know, you're my audience, ladies, this is the one thing that women struggle with the most. We are naturally givers. But the thing that we don't realize is that it is just as important to receive. Now, you got to practice this muscle. It's like, it's like really practicing a muscle here, building the art of being able to receive. How do you do that when we're so used to giving to people? Well, if someone offers to help us, say yes, even when it feels totally uncomfortable. I still get moments of this when someone says, oh, I can help you with that. I'm like, I don't want to disturb them. I don't want to make extra work for them, and those are some things that I need to keep telling myself. I'm way better than I used to be, but that's a muscle you have to build. So you become receptive to help. You become receptive to allowing yourself to receive. Now, here in The Elegant Life, we talk a lot about pleasure. If you cannot allow yourself pleasure of alone time, of downtime, of getting together with your girlfriends and receiving the joy that comes from that, if you can't go on a bike ride by yourself or a spa by yourself, or schedule a manicure or a fashion trip where you just go buy something that really feels and makes you feel beautiful. If you can't receive that, then you are completely out of line with divine energy. And if you're not connecting to that energy, you cannot harness it and use it for your own life and for, the collective energy of the planet and the universe. So it is very important. Look, when you allow yourself to receive, you feel so full, don't you? Have you ever had one of those days when you just, maybe one person for your birthday, you allowed yourself on your birthday, because there's a reason for it, you allowed yourself to experience pleasure. How did you feel after that? Did you feel full, at peace, more beautiful, more, kind of creative ideas started coming in your head? Were you able to receive downloads from the universe? It's a really good thing to be conscious of. So that's the first thing. Start practicing in your everyday life the ability to receive. You have to gift yourself some things to receive, and you also have to receive gifts from other people. Okay, so that's the first way. Now, that's the human aspect. When we are in the elegant life, we always talk about the human experience, and we talk about the spiritual, the soul experience. And what the elegant life is about is bringing the two of them together so that we feel whole and fulfilled. 360. So we've talked about the human, what can you do? But for the spiritual aspect of you, the soul aspect, know this, that when you get quiet, you can start receiving divine downloads. You have to get quiet first to start receiving them. If you're walking around and you're busy and you're doing everything and you're going to this event and you're volunteering for this and you're working all the time and you're doing your kids, you're driving them to all their lessons and busy all the time, there's no way you can be silent and receive the messages that the divine is wanting to gift you. It has received all of your dreams and desires. You've sent them out there and it has received them, but it's waiting for you to now receive. You see, it's a beautiful, elegant flow. And so you have to be open and receptive and quiet to be able to receive those, right? Sometimes we have the music on all the time. We have the radio on. We have the podcasts on. We have, the TV on. We just constantly have the noise that is beautiful because it's kind of distracting us. It's distracting us from maybe actually being able to receive, which we haven't allowed ourselves yet. When you practice receiving, you open yourself up. You create the space for that which you want to come into your life. If you don't create the space through receiving, then those desires and requests and prayers that you've put out there, they can still come. Don't get me wrong. But the speed and the elegance at which they can come will be a lot more difficult and strained. So I say to you, if you want your life to be exquisite and elegant, then practice receiving in those two ways. I would love to hear from you. Have you ever experienced this aspect of when you actually open yourself up to receive, more beautiful things happen? Have you ever had an experience like this where you said yes, you allowed yourself to experience something, and then because of that, or coincidentally, something else beautiful came into your life? Have you ever noticed that? Be a good time to think about it and then write it in the comments below. I love to hear those kinds of things. Until next week, please share, like, subscribe. We need this message to go out to everybody. And this is the end of this series. So next week, we're starting brand new with something very, very powerful. I'll see you next week.